How do you know you're ready to date? Well, there are A, B, C, and D. A, to a greater extent, you are clear from any resentment, anger, or sadness that you have experienced due to past breakups. B, you are sick of being alone and single for a long time and you're feeling the urge to break that cycle. C, you do not hate men. And D, if you are not suffering from hard depression or anxiety and you are feeling generally happy, then you are most probably ready to date. So, if you are fulfilling all of the criteria I mentioned, then you really know you are ready and there is nothing holding you back. But if you do not fulfill at least one of these criteria, then it's probably not a good idea to start dating, as you would just waste your time and probably experience a lot of frustration. So, for example, let's say you haven't processed most of the anger or sadness or resentment that you feel towards your past relationship or an particular ex, then you're probably better off doing some sort of clearing or healing work before you set yourself on the path of looking for love. There is this beautiful quote that I read somewhere that says, "Do not ever look for love when you are feeling sad or angry or disappointed, because it's like looking for food, going to the supermarket when you're hungry. You will just end up, buying things that you do not need and that are bad for you." So when it comes to B and sick of being single, if you do not feel sick of being single, if you love being single, if you actually quite enjoy it, if you decide that it's better for you to be single than to struggle finding love or sharing your life with another human being in a relationship and going through all the ups and downs that relationships can bring, then, who am I to convince you otherwise? I do not want that. So it is your choice and it should be respected. But do I think that this kind of life or desire is sustainable? If that's something that you're curious about, I do not, because as human beings, I also believe that we are not designed to live alone. And, there are so many needs that we fulfill in a relationship. But on the other hand, people often go to the mistake of they expect from a partner to fulfill all their needs, which is simply not sustainable. And there are so many other people we have in life, like family, friends, colleagues, kids, that can fulfill so many of our needs. So, if you are good with that, totally okay that you are single. See, if you hate men, it's definitely not a good idea to date. So you need to date from the place of love and hope and truth. And it simply won't work, because if your truth is hate towards men, then it will simply show in your energy and it will scare men away. And the last but not the least, if you're suffering from a more serious depression or anxiety, you probably will cause more harm to yourself if you set off on a dating process unguarded, because you cannot control all the ways in which dating can trigger you. So it would be better to focus on healing, and once you are more stable, then you can go with it.